Welcome back to our journey following the second assembly of the Plenary Council in Australia. In part 2, we discussed some of the challenges and hopes with our Plenary Council members from the Diocese of Parramatta. In this episode, as the plenary draws to a close, we hear more about the realities for our church's future, what happens now that the final assembly is complete, and how, for us, the journey continues.
Once the process is finished and the documents start coming out, hopefully getting involved in reading what's going on and how can make the documents alive at the concrete level of parishes and parish groups.
It gives us hopefully some direction about where to go. There will also be an opportunity for each individual diocese and each individual parish to determine how they will implement those motions and those decrees.
I think the document will be hopefully so broad that everyone can feel they can bring something down to their own parish group or parish level or diocese. It will get us continuing this process of consultation and participation and at different levels.
After their time involved with the Plenary Council, our members share the way that they have heard the Spirit speaking through their encounters, their vision and their learnings.
There's got to be a strong role for laity right throughout the church, men and women, youth, children, whatever it is. This has got to come to the fore, fundamental and foundational and active. I mean, you can look around at the number of lay people in this country who are seriously active in the church and making a big difference.
If there's one thing I learned from the plenary assembly, it's to be more aware of the wider church than the Roman Catholic Church. You've got the Maronites, you've got the Melkites, you've got the Chaldeans, you've got the Syro-Malabarite. They've all got churches in their own rights with their own bishops, and they're all very much part of the Western Sydney scene, and yet we don't seem to know very much about them.
Our diocese is rich with so many different cultures. It's just quite amazing. And we really need to be embracing of those cultures and integrating those into our faith. So we're not just a Eurocentric church, which we have been till now.
I want the Plenary Council to provide that hope for the church to become a beacon of hope for us in all our troubled times, to show the way to better faith, relationship with God and with each other.
Parish-wise, people will do the real Pope Francis, listening and hearing and discerning. So that's a dynamic I hope prevails, people listening and hearing each other.
Pope talks about a change of era and an era of change, and this is it, and we're living it right now. And unless we embrace it, people aren't going to walk away by their thousands from the church, but by their tens of thousands. So we need to really embrace the issues of the day and the issues of the Lord speaking in the signs of the times.
I think it's made people aware of the need to pray and listen. Yeah, I think if there's one positive thing that's come out, I would say that.
With their commitment as members representing the diocese coming to an end, it is time for us to continue the journey in our parishes, schools, agencies, and in our everyday lives. We ask our members for any final thoughts, reflections, and encouragement as we carry their work forward.
A lot of the Spirit moving in people's hearts and minds, and that's visible just in the sincerity of the submissions and the number and diversity. It's just been fantastic to get people exercised in this way about the church in Australia and about their faith as well, because it's not just about the church.
I believe it's really important for the priests of the future that they be qualified to really be spiritual directors, not just mass sayers, not just sacramental machines, but in touch with people's lives, and in so doing also discerning the Spirit that's working in people's lives.
Whatever you do, bring it to the table. That's the ministry I have, is the table ministry. amazing things happen when people sit around and have significant conversation. Asking, questions that may seem a little threatening, but opening people up to the possibilities of real care.
Thank you for joining us as we explored this historic event in the Australian Church through the experiences of our Plenary Council members from the Diocese of Parramatta. And remember, wherever you are the way that this journey continues. So get involved, connect locally, and let's keep on listening to what the Spirit is saying.